One of my viewers asked me if I would watch this video. It's called Canada Paralysed, Ontario and Quebec Buried in Heavy Snow. Power outages and travel chaos unfolds. I think this was like a week or two ago. So yeah, already got some extreme weather in Canada. Have you experienced it this year so far? How's the weather been where you live? I do remember seeing a clip of like a football match in Canada, I think about a week ago, 2 weeks ago maybe now. And it was played in snow, looked pretty crazy. It looked a lot of fun, but I couldn't believe the weather was so strong already. But let's watch this and we can see what it's all about. Is that like a car exploded or like a fire? I mean, tell me if you've ever been in a situation like that. That's not something I've ever experienced, like snow that much, having to clean thick snow like that off your roof. Yeah, we'd never have anything like that in Scotland. Jeez, okay, really, that's like pretty crazy blizzard.
Across Canada, an early blast of winter swept in before the calendar had even turned deep into November, blanketing much of Ontario and Quebec in thick, wet snow. Overnight, streets vanished under heavy drifts, tree limbs bowed low, and the familiar hum of city life gave way to the grind of plows.
I think this is actually maybe the match that I seen. It was a different angle that I seen it from, but yeah, like that's amazing, man. That looks so much fun. When I was younger, I loved to play in snow like that. But yeah, it's obviously not so common in Scotland. But yeah, I think maybe even if there's a match like this in Scotland, it'd probably get abandoned or something. Like, quite funny to see they're still playing in that.
The hiss of salt spreaders. What started as a gentle flurry quickly grew into a regional cleanup effort that tested how ready communities were for the season's first major storm. In southern Ontario, snow arrived faster and heavier than forecasts first suggested. Highways became slick ribbons of white as drivers struggled to keep control. Provincial police responded to dozens of fender benders, while tow trucks worked continuously to pull vehicles from ditches and ramps. Traffic cameras showed long lines of headlights barely moving through blowing snow as municipal crews tried to clear key routes before the evening freeze set in. Downtown areas didn't escape the chaos. Streetcars in Toronto crept through corridors of white, buses labored up icy hills, and pedestrians picked their way through intersections.
My God, man, it's quite crazy. I guess with these like Ring doorbells and stuff, you can get some good footage these days throughout the night, but I've never seen anything like that, like where you see it so deep, and that must be the space of a couple of hours or something like that. So where is this? Quebec and Ontario? Yeah, again, like probably a lot of people who watch this video are from there, so
where crosswalks had disappeared beneath the slush. In Hamilton and Mississauga, snow piled against storefronts and bus shelters, bending frames and clogging drains. Shop owners spent the morning shoveling their entrances just to open doors for customers. Farther east, the capital region saw its own gridlock. Ottawa's main arteries turned into crawling chains of brake lights as hundreds of minor collisions slowed traffic to a standstill. Blowing snow obscured road signs and made lane markings vanish.
Was it like unexpected? Is that the thing where people just not prepared for it? Did people know that it was going to happen? Like, what was the deal with that?
City officials urged residents to stay home and give plows space to work. noting that the storm hit before most crews had fully shifted to their winter schedules.
So maybe not prepared yet, is it?
Air travel also took a heavy hit. Pearson International in Toronto and Ottawa International both reported waves of flight delays as ground crews scrambled to keep runways de-iced. Passengers waited inside crowded terminals while departure boards flickered with updates. Airport managers confirmed that every plow and chemical truck available was in operation, but visibility at times dropped to near zero.
গাছের পাতার সৌন্দর্য এবং যে গাছগুলো থেকে পাতা পড়ে গেছে সেগুলো সৌন্দর্য একাকার হয়ে
The dense, moisture-laden snow proved especially tough on trees still holding late-season leaves. Branches snapped under the weight, bringing down power lines and blocking residential streets. Utility crews across the Greater Toronto Area worked overnight to restore service to tens of thousands of customers, left without heat or light. In some suburbs, transformers flashed blue against the storm clouds as limbs made contact with live wires.
All right. So the snow is now attacking Toronto again. Man, this year came pretty quick, honestly.
Power outage.
Yeah, so I was going to say, like, is it normal to come this quick in the year? Let's like start in November. When would it usually get like this? Yeah, kind of looks fun to me, but obviously, if people are getting in accidents and stuff, it's not.
Outages
so
rippled
fun.
across Ontario and parts of Quebec. Traffic lights went dark, and local businesses turned to generators to keep fridges and registers running. Hydro companies asked residents to conserve power where possible, while repairs continued through freezing wind. Municipalities set up temporary warming centers for affected neighborhoods as temperatures dipped well below seasonal averages. Rural regions saw equally harsh effects. In farm areas near London and Kitchener, early snow collapsed lightweight sheds and greenhouses, trapping tools and supplies beneath the drifts. Farmers described trudging through knee-deep snow to clear ventilation for livestock shelters and prevent roofs from caving in. The sudden freeze also halted fieldwork still underway in late harvest season.
Man, that stuff's insane. Like, that's like, yeah, I had no idea it would have been so crazy so early. Again, like, this is a week or two ago, so has it been like that since then, or was that just like a short-term thing? Can you see it getting this bad for the rest of the winter? If it is, that's going to be tough. Yeah, I hope you stay safe if that's the case. But yeah, just take all the precautions you can to try and get through it. Yeah, like, again, living in a country I live in Malaysia in Southeast Asia, so never need to worry about things like this. But yeah, it looks quite concerning. Hopefully you're okay. Just make the most of it. But tell me what you think about this. Thanks.